They fell behind 2-0 in this one, a goal in the first and a goal early on in the second period, and that seemed to wake them up even more than they were already playing as they started that comeback and started to get chance after chance.
That goal at the end of the second period was crucial because they had pushed hard for the last 7-8 minutes of that second period. They hadn't gotten anything, and they needed something just to carry a little momentum into that third period, and it was good hard work along the boards, and Jordan Eberle with a beautiful pass to Lee, but he just drove towards the net and was able to pick up that loose change. So Nelson starts to play with the forecheck, Lee, the shot from the point, and then the good second effort by Jordan, and that really was crucial. That started the Islanders off.
And it came just 1 minute and 47 seconds to go in the second period, and then in the third, this play by Matt Martin, don't forget about that one.
That was as big a play as all the goals that they scored, because it would have been 3-1 and maybe the game's all said and done. But the Islanders line of Barzal finally gets on track, and Josh Bailey, who was down on his back doing a little bit of forechecking, gets up in a hurry, gets back to the front of the net, and his second effort, and he scores really a huge goal. That ties the game and allows the Islanders to get some momentum.
Brock Nelson had a huge role in this hockey game. 4-on-4, he gets in with an opportunity, draws a penalty, sets up the power play. 23 seconds later, it's the Islanders by 1.
Yeah, and this is how you diagram it. I mean, this is the one time where you can have a set play, and Jordan Eberle just throws it into the area. No hard pass, just puts it up on a tee for Ryan Pollock, and yes, he hit it about 300 yards.
That goal came at 13:57 of the third period. The Islanders were feeling pretty good. They were up 3-2. They thought they had this one in hand, but they would have to work a little bit harder. A bad bounce, couple of bad bounces, winds up in the Islanders' net there late in the third period. It evened the score, and we needed overtime yet again tonight.
Well, they didn't want the fans to go home early. Let's just stay a little bit longer. But those 60 minutes was a good, hard game. I thought the Islanders did a lot of good things, and they're pretty confident in overtime. I mean, the first part of the overtime, they spent it in their zone. But just you watch the work of Brock Nelson on this play. I mean, you talk about second effort, third effort. I mean, he was relentless. He never quit up on the play, and then he just passes it off to Zizekas and says, "It's your turn now to do the exact same thing. Stop, go, never quit on it. Get your feet moving, get the head up, and a perfect pass to you-know-who." And he gets his second goal, and it's a game winner. So this really typifies what Islander hockey has become. It's second and third efforts, and that die-hard mentality that you're not beating us, certainly not from effort.
Ryan Pollock scores the 2 goals, and he fired a lot of pucks towards the net here tonight. He winds up 7 and 8 shots. Those are the 7th and 8th shots of the game for Ryan Pollock, wind up in the net, and the Islanders get a 4-3 win as a result. We talk about a lot, the structure of this Islanders team. Butch, when you talk about the structure, it gives the Islanders an ability to fall back on that structure when things go the bad way and give them the ability to come back in games like this.
And that's the foundation of this hockey team, is that, never panic and just rely on the things you do. And they've been working since training camp on building habits, Brendan, because, when you have a habit, you have a habit of doing it all the time. And really, that's what the Islanders now are all about, is they've formed all these good habits. So even if they get a little off the track or a little off the rails, is they have these habits to jump back on, and so it's an easy transition for them as long as you have the will, and they seem to have the will.
And while you enjoy winning games 1-0, 2-1, 3-2, you have to be able to win a game 4-3 every once in a while, which was the case here this afternoon. Tomorrow afternoon, 3 o'clock start, Minnesota Wild. Minnesota did beat New Jersey earlier today. Same start time as well, so kind of the same situation for these two teams coming in tomorrow.
And the Wild, they're fighting for a playoff spot, as every team in the West is. There's nobody out of it, and this is a team that works very hard. They don't score a lot of goals. They got a big guy in net, whether he plays tomorrow night in Dubnyk. But it'll be another tough game for the Islanders, but they've been pretty good on these back-to-back games.